morning everyone, it's Wednesday 13th May 2020, Year 2 Maths, Fractions, Counting, Fractions. Right, pause the video and make sure you have your workbook and a pencil. Please download the worksheet from either class charts or email. Please write the short date at the top of the page 13.5.20. Write the LI to count in fractions. Once you have finished your work, please send a photo of your work at year2@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Now, we are going to be looking at this part of the knowledge organizer here, where you can see the number line over here with some pictures. And these number lines, it's going up in halves and thirds and quarters. You may want to keep this knowledge organizer that you've got aside because you may like to refer to it, or it may help you when you are answering some questions. Right, let's go to the key vocabulary. Please repeat after me. Whole or wholes, fractions, and number line. We are going to look at a video which is part of the White Rose scheme that the school follow. Right, pause the video and make sure you have downloaded the worksheet from either class charts or email, as the video is going to ask you to complete some questions. This is what the worksheet looks like.
Hello again, counting in fractions today. But first, here's our flashback 4. Pause the video here and have a go at these questions, but be careful. Question 2 is tricky. It's 1/3 of something is 5. Maybe make some groups of 5 and see if that helps you. Good luck. How did you get on with those questions? The first one, what fraction of the fruit are pears? Well, we've got 3 pieces of fruit, so that's our denominator, and then 2 of those pieces are pears, so 2/3, 2/3. Here's the tricky one. 1/3 of something is 5. I was thinking, I can't find 1/3 of 5, but that's not what the question is asking me to do, is it? 1/3 of something is 5. So what I did, I got some buses and I had one group of 5 buses, and then I got another group of 5 buses, and then I got a third group of 5 buses. So I had 3 groups of 5 buses. 1/3 of all of my buses was 5, and altogether I had 15. So 1/3 of 15 is equal to 5. Number 3, how many edges does a cube have? So an edge, hopefully you remember from last term, is where 2 faces meet. And on a cube, they're those straight lines. If you've got a die or a dice or a cube in your house, maybe you could run your fingers along those edges and see how many there are. If you've got some stickers, it's a good idea to stick a sticker on each edge so you don't count it twice. Hopefully you'll find that there are 12 edges on a cube. That's funny, isn't it? 6 faces and 12 edges. I wonder if that always happens. And then question 4. If one green bear represents 10 sweets, what does this represent? We've got 1 green bear, 2 green bears, 3 green bears and a half. 3.5 green bears. So I'm going to count in tens. 10, 20, 30, and then half of 10 is 5, so that'll be 35. And the time on the clock, a nice one, an O clock. And the hour hand is pointing at the 2. 2 o'clock. Okay, counting in fractions. First of all, let's do some normal counting. How many horses can you see? 8. 8 horses. Brilliant. Okay, Now I'm going to show you an octagon. It has 8 equal parts, and we're going to count those equal parts. Each equal part is called an eighth. There's an eighth. The next one will be 2/8, and then 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and 8/8. 8 equal pieces. Just like when we were counting the horses. 1 horse, 2 horse, 3 horses. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. It's exactly the same. Pause here and have a go at questions 1 and 2. Amir is counting in thirds. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. He's made a whole tower. 1 whole, 3/3 is 1 whole. But he doesn't stop there. It carries on counting. Another cube? No, 4/3. Suppose that's right. If each of those cubes is worth 1/3, that is 4/3, and 5/3, and 6/3. That's 2 wholes. 7/3, 8/3, 9/3. When's he going to stop? 10/3, 11/3, 12/3. Amir has got 12/3. He must have decided that his towers were going to be 3 cubes tall. So his whole is 3 cubes tall. Have you got anything that you could put in a tower and then you could count up in thirds, just like Amir did? Oh no! Amir's younger brother has accidentally knocked over the cubes. Oh dear. Should we count them and check that they're still all there? Do you remember that each cube was worth 1/3, and we had 12/3 altogether? Let's line them up and check that we've still got 12/3. We have 12/3. Counting those was just like counting those horses, wasn't it? 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 1 horse, 2 horse, 3 horses. But they're not in towers anymore. So I don't know how many holes we've got. Before we had 4 holes. I've got another number line underneath our thirds number line to help us with this. Watch what happens when we count up thinking about holes. 1/3, 2/3, 1 whole. And then can you see 1 whole and 1/3, 1 whole and 2/3, and then 2 holes, and then 2 holes, 1/3, 2 holes, 2/3. What's going to be next? Will it be 2 holes and 3/3? No, that doesn't fit with the pattern. If I start again, 1/3, 2/3, 1 whole. 1 whole and 1/3, 1 whole and 2/3, 2 holes. 2 holes and 1/3, 2 holes and 2/3, 3 holes. 3 holes and 1/3, 3 holes and 2/3, 4 holes. Maybe you could find some cubes and build Amir's holes again. And then pause the video and have a go at questions 3 to 8.
Right, today is the last day we're going to be looking at fractions, as we're going to be starting something new tomorrow. So what I thought is to design a fractions quiz for you, so you could see what you have learned and what do you remember, or what do you think you may need more practice on. Right, let's have a look at the fraction quiz. Right, question number 1. What is the name of the top number in a fraction? A, is it the fraction? B, the numerator? Or C, the denominator? Question number 2. What is the name of the bottom number in a fraction? A, the fraction. B, the numerator. C, the denominator. Question number 3. Which fraction is smallest? A, 1/4, B, 4/8, or C, 3/4? Question number 4. Which fraction is biggest? A, 4/12, B, 2/3, or C, 1/4? Right, question number 5. Rachel has 15 lollipops. She gives 1/3 of the lollipops to her friend James. How many lollipops does James have? A, 10, B, 5, or C, 15? Question number 6. Raj has a bag of 8 counters. 3 counters are red. The rest are blue. What fraction are blue? So A, is it 5/8, B, 6/8, or C, 2/3? Right. Question number 7. An apple pie is divided into 8 pieces. 2 pieces are eaten. What fraction is left? A, 1/2, B, 6/8, or C, 2/8? Right, let's see how you have done with the fractions quiz. Here are the answers. Well done if you got all of them right. This is optional. As we have come to the end of fractions unit, you can have a go at these activities on Mathletics. So you can log into Mathletics and you'll be coming through these topics and you can click on fractions. You can have a go at all these fraction activities here and you can also test yourself. If you want to have a challenge, you can go onto this website here and you can test yourself of how well you know your fractions now. Once you have finished your work, please send a photo of your work at year2@grange.harrow.sch.uk. See you tomorrow. Bye.